For those of you who are on early looking for the Kennett Sun Valley game, we are in delay. I would highly recommend that you go to the Delaware Hockey Night YouTube page, and it's 412 communication, and watch this game. It is in overtime, and it is a nail-biter. And then obviously, upon completion of that game in the ice, we will have our broadcast, but again, if you want to see some great hockey, I would definitely recommend that's Delaware Hockey Night, the 412 communication. Just go check that out while you're waiting for ours to come online. So again, for those of you who are here waiting for the Kennett Sun Valley game, we are in delay. The Father Judge Salesianum Championship just ended with Salesianum scoring an overtime goal with 10:08 in the first session to defeat Father Judge for the championship by a score of 4-3. They'll have the award ceremony, and again, to watch that, I would definitely recommend going over to the Delaware Hockey Night YouTube page. Upon completion of their celebration and doing the ice, we will commence with our championship game between Kennett and Sun Valley.
Anthony Casper. Owen Sherwood. And Kevin Kennett. Coaches Michael Gibson, Jim Morrison, and Steve Meade. A battle well fought by the Father Judge Crusaders. Only one champion can be crowned, however. And after an undefeated regular season, these Crusaders took it to them in a big way. Thanks to Nick Lapuoto's game-winning goal, 6:52 in overtime, Salesiana are undefeated Inter-County Scholastic Hockey League PCL Division champions. Family, when I call your names, please come forward to accept your individual trophies. Michael Manzi. Gavin Needs. First star of the game, Nick Lapuoto. Wayne Graham. Chris Albert. Joey Pietropalo. Liam Bell. Captain Christian Kinsler.
Again, for those of you who have just joined us, this is the wrap-up and the award celebration between Salesianum and Father Judge. Salesianum winning that game in overtime by a score of 4-3. We'll wait for them to finish the award ceremony to do the ice, and we will get the Kennett Sun Valley game started as soon as we're possible.
Charlie Bramble. Grayson Betterly. Michael Massey. The Marsman, Logan Ray. Leighton the Masters. Tyson Kozik. Eamon Schofield. Johnny Passay. Jack Farrell. Jack Igo. Alex Stalkowski. Justin Salentino. And Alex McChrystal. So it ends How it begins. Kristen, don't break it. Congratulations. Congratulations to Skatium on the 2023 ICSHL Philadelphia Catholic League Division Championship and a well-deserved tip of the hat to Father Judge's Crusaders on a hard-fought game and a terrific season of their own. Coming up next at the Haverford Stadium, Kennett and Sun Valley will start off in the ICSHL Division II Championship game.
So Salesianum caps an undefeated ICSHL season with a 4-3 overtime win over Father Judge to claim their second PCL title in 3 years. That'll do it for us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, presented by the Law Office of Long and Greenberg. The final score once again, Salesianum 4, Father Judge 3. For Broadway Joe Sindoni, this is James Witherite thanking you, all of you, wherever you are worldwide, for joining us tonight and for following along all season here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Good night from the Haverford Skatium. Well done, my friend.
And all the presentation, we're good to go. I just locked it while they went to the handshake line, and once they gave it to Kinzer, I just followed him over. Perfect. It looks good.
All right, thank you everyone for sticking with us during our delay. For those of you who got to watch that Father Judge Salesianum game, it was a fantastic one. Sally's ended up winning in overtime for their championship. As you can see, both teams, Sun Valley and your Kennett Blue Demons, are on the ice and pregame skate is underway. Welcome to the Skatium. This is the ICSHL D2 Division II Championship game. Kennett is the number 1 seed. They're in their home whites. Sun Valley, the number 2 seed. They are in their dark away jerseys. As always with us, Mr. Mott is on the camera, and with me as usual is Swith and Shortledge. Welcome to the championship. Yep. There you go.
I think I'm live. Hi, Ed. Happy to be here. Last game of the year, no matter what happens.
That is correct. This is it. Final game of the season. And while they're in pregame skate, we got a few minutes to go. We'll switch over to our keys of the game, brought to you by High Impact Fitness. Last game of the season, leave nothing in the tank. So if they've got anything to bring, it's now or never.
Yeah, I hope they can stay awake. We're getting started a lot later than we wanted to here, but you got it. It's nothing else to play for after today, so
Second
go for it.
Key for this Sun Valley, for those of you who've watched our broadcast throughout the year, Sun Valley has 3 players, especially that Kennett needs to watch out for. I haven't checked to see. I'm assuming they're all here for this one. Those 3 players are number 16, Hayden McGinnis, number 33, Nate Bentz, and number 91, Julian Deal. Those 3 players can definitely make a difference on this squad. Kennett has found a way in the past to definitely nullify them to some degree. So Kennett's faced this Sun Valley squad 3 times this year. First one was back on Friday, November 11th, where Kennett lost to Sun Valley by a score of 3-7. But then on Friday, January 6th, Kennett came back and defeated Sun Valley by a score of 6-3. And then the final one was on January 20th, where Kennett won once again by a score of 5-3. So Kennett took the better of them, but again in this one, it's all right here.
Yeah, it should be another even match, Ed. I think pretty much every team in the D2 division is fairly equal, so we expect another even game tonight. I hope Kennett comes out a little bit faster than they did last night. Put themselves in a hole in numerous ways in that first period, but they were able to battle back, and that's something Kennett's done all year. I don't think there's really been a game where they've been out of it or they haven't tried to mount a comeback.
So scratches for this evening. The only one that I'm aware of, number 19, Lucas Mott. He unfortunately has to sit this one out because of a penalty he took in yesterday's game. But other than that, I believe we have the entire squad on the bench.
I think you're right. I think we have number 5, Luke Ganley's back in the lineup after missing last night. So 1 player out, 1 in. We wish we could have Lucas back, though, for this game for sure.
For Sun Valley, the only scratch that I'm aware of is number 28, Ray Cram. Other than that, they have their full squad here tonight. So in between the pipes for Kennett, as usual, is number 31, Aiden Mott. He's currently 13-4-1 on the season. He's faced 467 shots, has a goals against average of 2.71, and his save percentage of just slightly under 90%.
Yeah, Aiden's had a great year. Coming in as a freshman, facing teams with lots of juniors, seniors. He's done a great job. I think he led the league in shutouts with 3. I was looking at some of those stats today, so he had a good season. He should be proud of how he played.
And like everybody else in the team, if he provides his best, it should do well for Kennett. We'll scroll through our roster there below. There's your seniors this year. Number 2, Nate Kelly. Number 3, Nate Cuccinata. Number 8, Eddie Henry. And Nate DeWitt. Nick Vitale, Matthew Hayes, Tate Shortledge, Tommy Schillinger, and Cameron Brown are your juniors. Colin Kelly, Eric Heinzelman, and Rowan Hagee, your sophomores. And the freshman squad: Luke Ganley, Ben Fisher, Braden Neiman, Lucas Mott, Aiden Mott, Drew Showers, and John Tamman.
So not only, Ed, is this the last game of the year for Kennett High School, but this could be the last youth or scholastic hockey game for those 4 seniors. So a little bittersweet for them regardless of what happens. The 3 Nates and Eddie.
So pregame skate has completed. Both teams are gathered around their benches as they look to get some last-minute encouragement. As we mentioned yesterday, for playoff hockey, there are 4 officials on the ice, 2 referees and 2 linesmen. And you were absolutely correct, Swithin, that they were supposed to do the ice between the second and third periods yesterday. Not sure why they didn't, but I actually think that it probably worked to Kennett's advantage.
I think it did. I think it absolutely did. With Oxford having a small squad, giving them a 15-minute break would have probably helped them more than Kennett, who has 18 skaters. So here we go.
Center ice. Referee is going to survey everything and check it out. Wait till the stripes are prepared. And this championship game is underway. Quickly moved into the Kennett end. Mott comes out to settle it down there. Rolled into the corner. Sun Valley to it. Leaned on there. Nate Kelly has it. He'll bank it up. It gets to the blue line, but kept in. Puck all the way across. Number 16 puts one in on net. Mott makes the save, dies out, makes a second save. Schillinger has it from behind. Colin moves it up, goes off the skate of Tate. And it's one of the players we talked about, number 16, Hayden McGinnis.
I think McGinnis and Benz are both playing defense, so Kennett has to be careful when they're clearing our zone and just dumping pucks up the boards, because those are some of their most skilled players that are going to keep it in and make something happen.
Comes all the way in and behind. McGinnis surveys, tries to go towards the net, goes off a Collins skate, goes right out in front, sits in the slot. Opportunity there for Sun Valley, but Kennett weathered that storm. Pulled out to the middle. Number 91, Julian Deal, in with speed, gets through, gets caught up at the blue line and knocked away from him. Ganley makes the move, comes in, takes the shot, save there from netminder for Sun Valley. Tries to go through looking for Fisher, but he was tied up in front. Nothing there. Heinzelman kept it in momentarily, but Sun Valley moves it out the other direction. Hayes from the circle goes off the boards and down. Bourne has it, and he'll bank it out to the middle. He's looking for Bruder, but that got by him. Fisher comes in, steps to the slot, gets the shot. Kick save there. In the net for Sun Valley. Oh, goes right through, almost an opportunity. Hayes keeps the zone and puts it in on net. Opportunity, I don't know how Cucinotta didn't bury that. Huge open net. Opportunity there, right on the doorstep. Kept in the line, forced behind. It's all the way over. Evans is there. Puck goes out to the middle. All the way down, Fisher will just play it in, and he'll head off on a change. I was about to say in net for Sun Valley is number 30, Will Newnham. Polsky all the way goes wide, gets an angle shot there. Mott's able to squeeze that and hang on. Exciting play here early in this first period.
Yeah, we'll see how the lines look tonight, Ed. We started with Kelly, Shortledge, and DeWitt, followed up by Cucinotta, Ganley, Fisher, and now it looks like Kelly's back out to center, Vitale and Neiman.
Puck rolled down low. Willoughby's leaned on behind the net. It's Colin Kelly right there with him. Colin comes away with it in the corner. Reverses back around for Schillinger. He'll track that down. Banks it up along the boards, and Kennett's able to outlet. Heads into the Sun Valley end, runs out of steam before it was icing. All the way to the cross to Bentz. He'll try to go back in the middle for McGinnis, and he'll head through the neutral zone and in. Bentz steps right in front, rolled off his stick. He had a lot of net to look at, but couldn't hang on to the puck. Kelly behind the net, cuts to the middle. Dangerous play there, got knocked off into the near corner. Schillinger grabs up, goes off and out the center ice. Vitale almost had an opportunity, got caught up in equipment, and all the way in goes Bentz. Forced all the way around. Bodies come together in front of the bench. Player on the Kennett bench was looking for a penalty. Nothing coming. McGinnis to Bentz. He goes to reverse it. Kuchnata read that, got a stick on it, but knocked away by McGinnis. Tries to go up. Knocked down there in front is by Hagee. Hayes tries to get it in. McGinnis gathers it, and he heads up with steam into the zone. Good check there by Nate Kelly. Knocked the puck and gets it up to the blue line, but kept in there by Deal. Skates in, takes the shot. Mott will hang on and make the save.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing early, Ed, which I think I remember from last games, and I expect it with Benz and McGinnis playing defense, they're looking for each other to jump up in the play and be a fourth forward or even carry the puck. So Kennett should be aware of those two and maybe send a forward and just shatter them when they have possession of the puck.
After the face-off, puck comes out to center ice. Bourne will come back to play it and head behind his net. DeWitt gets pressure there. Colin Kelly's able to keep it in the zone momentarily, but Deal gathers up and he'll head the other direction. Deal cuts across into center ice. Puck gets put into the Kennett end. He'll chase it down. He's got Hayes with him. They come together into the boards.
Matthew needs to be careful tonight. Can't afford penalties.
Puck comes near side corner. Tried to center it there with Sun Valley, but that was cut off. All the way across, looking for Bourne. Puck goes through the slot, but no one's able to get a stick on that. Hayes goes back down low. He gets put into the boards. They get tangled up. Both players go to the ice. Kelly gets it, and he'll chip it over for Shortledge. Goes back to Hayes, and he'll lift it. It'll go the length of the ice for an icing. So bring that down and face that off in the Kennett end. Looks like it'll be to the right of Aiden Mott. Goes back, Heinzelman rolls it behind. Schillinger goes to get to it. He'll go up for Fisher. Fisher goes out, he chips it ahead looking for Kuchnata. Puck rolls on edge, no icing. Kuchnata in the corner. Goes down low, is looking to get it to Fisher. McGinnis is there. Fisher ties him up. Ganley comes to pull it off the wall, he's checked. Fisher goes back up, Ganley. Near side, looks, feeds it through, hits a body in front, comes right to Fisher. He gets the shot. Noonan makes the save. Puck goes up to the line. Schillinger's able to keep it, and he'll put it back down low. Kuchnata and McGinnis come together. Goes up and out of play. Still whistle that down. Face the puck off here in the Sun Valley end. Just under 11 minutes to go here in this first period. No score.
Had good chances both ways, Ed. Both teams have had some solid grade A scoring chances. It's fun to watch.
Fisher tries the backhand out, comes right to him, still sits. They battle for it in the blue paint. Noonan dives out, but it's McGinnis behind the net who has the puck. McGinnis cuts through center. He gets tied up with Fisher. Puck's forced back out to the neutral zone. Bentz all the way across to McGinnis. In across the blue line. Tries to cut to the middle, loses the puck. It's banked back out. Bentz will gather up in his end. Right back to McGinnis and heads in.
I think the only players Bentz and McGinnis pass to are each other.
Opportunity there. Kick saved by Mott to keep that out. Eddie Henry has it. He goes all the way across. Talley chips it in. He's out there with Neiman. Tried to get a piece of McGinnis, but goes by him, and he'll lift it out to the middle. Gets past Evans. They go all the way across. Neiman's there. He'll step in and fling in. Vince goes behind. He's able to get around a few. Avoids a check there. All the way up and into the zone. Cuts to the middle. Bentz with it. Gets the shot in. Not makes the save. Second opportunity. Still sits in there. No goal.
Well, Matt, we've seen this all year. He's very athletic in net. And when you think he doesn't have a chance, he a lot of times throws out a leg or an arm or something and keeps the puck out. I don't know how he does it, but big saves there by Matt.
Kelly gets it. He'll go all the way far side. Kept in there by Polsky. Schillinger has it behind his net. Rolls off his stick the first time, but he banks it ahead. He's looking to get that to Cameron Brown. In across the line. Shot in there on Mott. And it was born with that. I'll hold on to that one. Both teams will make player changes.
Yeah, it does look like they're rolling two centers here, Cucinotta and Kelly. With the number of wing pairs here.
Shorlich picks that up after the faceoff. Battle for it there. Sun Valley has it, and they'll send it all the way down. Wrong side of the red line, so that'll be icing. Cucinotta and Fisher and Ganley are out for this one. Nate Kelly and Matthew Hayes, the defense pair. Face off to the left of Newnham. Puck sits there. They battle for it. Sits in the slot. Finally, it's Deal who comes away with it. He goes behind the net. Gets to the blue line. He's checked there. Puck comes to him, but touches it in the zone, so offsides is whistled.
That's a good example of how you have to play these three, Deal, Benz, and McGinnis. Cucinotta did that. He was back checking as a forward, and he put his shoulder on his shoulder and just skated with him. And he didn't try to fish for the puck. He just skated next to him and pushed him out.
Cucinotta in, over to Ganley. Ganley takes the shot, save there, rolls in the blue paint. Newnham's able to stretch out and cover up.
The Sun Valley crowd is chanting some profane language, I think, at one of our players, but
so some confusion out there as they're trying to make a last-minute change. Referees are saying no to that. Sits there after, goes up to the line. Kelly's able to keep it and get it in momentarily. Comes right back out to him. He'll put it in. Kennett needs to touch up. Back to get it is Bourne. Up to the point, kept there. Goes right along the line. Ganley surveys. Fisher's able to wrap it in. Ward picks it up in the far corner, chops at it, but Cucinotta is able to redirect it back down low. McGinnis will try the wall again. That one finally comes all the way out. Won't have enough for icing as Hayes, who goes back to get it. He's got Schaefer there with him. Go rink wide, hits Cucinotta in the middle. Cuts to the center, takes the shot, goes wide. Fisher to it, he'll back down low for Cucinotta. He'll take a check, and Sun Valley moves up and out. Bentz. Whacked out by Schillinger, gets the shot, goes up. Thought it went out of play, but no whistle. Dig for it in the corner. Nate Kelly comes away with it. We'll put it up along the boards. Sun Valley keeps it in across to McGinnis, makes the moves, tries to step to the middle, goes back across the bench, takes the shot, was looking for the far side, but they couldn't connect with that pass. Kelly pulls it off the wall. He'll go cross ice. Benz goes back to get it with Shortledge pursuing. Up to the line. Kelly keeps it there. Directs back down low. Benz from behind. It's harassed there by DeWitt. Sends it back over to Deal. He'll go up to the wall. Try to get it to Broder, but come back out there. Hit along the boards. Sun Valley faithful cheering on the physicality. Evans tries to get it to McGinnis. He's got to dig it out of his skates, and then he'll head up ice. Cuts through the middle. In across the line, lost it there. DeWitt's harassed from behind, but stays with it. Feeds it in from center ice. Back behind. They go up through the glass. It goes Banks all the way down. No icing, so Mott will play it. Sits it there for Schillinger. Schillinger goes all the way across looking for DeWitt. That was out of his reach. But puck must have been tipped because icing is waved off once again. Warren chopped along the lines. Big hit there. Referees got that. Penalty upcoming. Delayed call. Puck down low. Sun Valley will touch up. There's the whistle. And Kennett will get the first power play of this one.
A couple of big hits on that wall there by the Sun Valley stands. I think the first hit on Shortledge, I think, was a little late also. That knocked him down. And that one on Kelly, he got roughing, so I think he must have come up a little high on him, on Kelly.
Number 11, Aiden Bourne. He'll sit 2 minutes. Roughing is the call. Face-off goes to the center. Sun Valley's able to get to it first, and they'll send it the length of the ice. Jonah picks up behind the net. He'll wait there and survey and send it up ice to Fisher. He makes the move at center ice and stays with it. Steps in. Drops it there for Shortledge. He gets tied up. They whack at it, but Colin keeps it in, directs it to the wall, but not out. Finally, Sun Valley sends it all the way down. Mott will come out to set it up for Cucinotta.
There's a lot of firepower on the ice for both teams here, Ed. Big three for Sun Valley and Willoughby.
Nate cuts to the center and gets into the zone. Circles back, waits for Kennett to get set up, rolls it down. Shortledge tried to go to the middle for Ganley, but that was cut off, and Sun Valley will clear once again. Collins sends it up for Ganley. He's at the blue line. He chips it in, avoids the check, but Bentz was able to read that and clears it out once again. Half the penalty has now expired. Fisher's got to peel back as he steps around and in the zone. Tries to get past McGinnis. McGinnis reads that, takes it off of his stick, but Fisher right back to him. Knocked away along the boards there. Shortledge tried to get it from behind. Sun Valley will clear all the way down once again. We tick down to 22 seconds remaining on the Kennett power play. Schillinger over to Heinzelman. Heinzelman tried to go over, but that was read by Benson. He steps in with speed. Forced all the way around, tries to wrap it around, but good back check there by Heinzelman to prevent that.
Excellent. That's what happened. If he made the mistake there and telegraphed his pass, and Benz took it, picked it off, but Heinzelman hustled back hard and prevented that wraparound. So
penalty has expired. Puck at center ice. Neiman directs it to the middle, but McGinnis is the first one to it. He gets around Heinzelman. Tries to make the move, has to go behind the net. Big hit there. Not sure how they didn't call that one too, as he came up high. DeWitt, he gets stood up. Puck goes behind. Neiman's there with it. Bourne has to turn back around, goes off the boards. Banked up. Neiman keeps it in, but active stick moves it to center ice.
Sun Valley's definitely out here to hit tonight.
All the way near side. Neiman, he'll put it in. Vitale heads in, put pressure on Bourne. Move it up along the boards there. Pulled off by Cucinotta. He gets stood up in the middle. Puck comes across. Heinzelman will get to it. He'll chip at it. Hayes comes over, and he's got 2 Sun Valley players there all over him. Cucinotta in the zone. Tries to make a move, gets caught up there. They're there with the referee. He's got Fisher with it. Puck finally comes up. Hayes has it at the blue line. Hayes snaps the shot. It goes in. Noonan will glove that and hang on.
Yeah, Kennett needs to be aware. Sun Valley's playing the body effectively today, and especially Bourne. He's already got 1 penalty tonight and probably could have had 1 or 2 other ones on that shift.
Offensive zone draw here for Kennett.
I think Coach Cucinotta is asking why that hit on Nate wasn't a penalty. I don't think Nate had the puck when he was stood up by Bourne.
Sun Valley wins that. They go up to the line. Bence has got it with speed. Eddie Henry races to get back to check him. Aiden Mott flashes the leather and keeps this game scoreless.
Great save by Mott. That was a set play by Sun Valley. They win the draw, and they send Bence sprinting down the ice and just float it to him. Kennett's got to be aware when McGinnis and Bence are on the ice, but Mott bailed him out again. Looks like he's dialed in here. He's seeing the puck well.
Puck battled there. Tried to get a turnaround shot. They still dig for it. Puck gets in on net. Puck stays out, still loose. They still work for it. Still no goal. We wait to see what happens here. They're tied up along the goal line. Puck stays out. Not sure how.
I'm not either. I think there was 1, 2, 3. There's four Kennett players and 3 Sun Valley players all on that blue paint pushing. Intensity's definitely here tonight, Ed.
Puck wins up. Sun Valley puck ends up towards the net. Mott will cover that up and take the whistle. Just over 2 minutes to go here in this scoreless first period. Puck chipped up to the line. It's whacked at. Fisher gets tied up in front of the Sun Valley bench. Evans goes the other direction. Puts it in towards the net. Mott gloves that and hangs on.
It's like Mott's given Kelly some instruction how he wants to play that when the skater starts wide and cuts into the middle. He's having an extended conversation with Nate Kelly. That's important for goalies and defensemen to communicate how you want your defenseman to handle certain plays. Makes a big difference for a goalie if they can rely on you to do what they want you to do or think they should do.
Both along on the near side boards. Shot from the point, hits a body and comes all the way out the center ice. Bourne races back to pick that up. Makes the move to get by Colin Kelly and is forced back by DeWitt. Finally goes out to the middle. Nate Kelly's harassed there. He's got Shortledge to help out. Directs it back into the Sun Valley end. Bourne with it once again. He'll try the far side. Puck tied up at center ice. Kelly has it at his blue line, and he's able to get it to center ice, and it gets past Polsky. We're under a minute to play. Shortledge comes together with Polsky in the corner. Polsky will send it all the way to the other side, looking for Broder. Up to the line, Schillinger with it, snaps the shot, hits a body, second opportunity, rolls in front, and somehow Noonan comes up with a huge save. Deal the other direction. Puck goes all the way to the far side. Tries to put it towards the net, hits traffic in front. Off the boards behind. DeWitt, he'll lift it out to center ice. Colin tries to get around, but nothing happening there.
Like to see that puck get deep there instead of turning it over at the blue line.
Puck forced out to center ice. Polsky sends it all the way across. Sun Valley tied up there. Good play. Neiman goes behind. He'll just hold on to it and let the first period end. 17 minutes in the book. This game is scoreless, and we've got action both directions. Both goaltenders have made some amazing saves.
Yeah, it could very easily be a 3-3 game right now. Seems like there's a lot more action tonight than there was last night. It seemed a little more plotting last night. Not as much end-to-end and athleticism. It was just more of a straight up and down and grind it out last night.
Yeah, and I don't think that, as you mentioned, Kennett did not have this intensity in the first period of last night's game.
They came out a little slow, and then I think last night Kennett had a penalty in the first, maybe second or third shift. And that really throws you off when you're trying to get into the game, and then you have your penalty killers on the ice, and you can't get your lines rolling, and then started snowballing on them. But not so tonight.
So we've got a good crowd in attendance. Both here, I know there's a good number. We mentioned the Sun Valley faithful are here. This isn't too far for them. And we want to thank all of you at home for watching. We've got a pretty big audience there as well.
Yeah, I think Sun Valley's, what, Delco? They're near Aston, I think. Is that where the school's from? They had a huge crowd here for the game before us with Father Judge and Salesianum.
Yes.
There were probably hundreds of people in this building.
Well, I think the stands were pretty well packed, which we all realized when we arrived here because there was no parking to be found. There's a look at the Kennett faithful in attendance.
Yeah, so I remember this from previous years, but the Sun Valley student section now is in the Kennett defensive end, and they're gonna be harassing Aiden the whole time here. So hopefully you can just tune it out.
Up to the blue line. Brought in offsides by Deal, so a quick whistle here in the second period. Battle for the face-off. It still sits there in the dot. Fisher's able to move it up to Cucinotta, and he chips at it. He goes down and chases after Bentz. Bentz navigates his way through, gets past the number there. Pinned up against the wall well by Hayes. Heinzelman sends it into the near corner. Puck chopped at Cucinotta. He'll go back the other direction. Schaefer's there. He gets hangled up. Caught up in equipment. Nobody's sure where it was for a moment. Battle for along the boards. Hayes directs out. Was looking for Cucinotta, but McGinnis reads that and goes in, but they were well offsides, so play whistle dead. Both teams will make player changes. DeWitt, Colin Kelly, and Shortledge out. Schillinger and Henry on the defense. Eddie Henry gets that. He'll gain center ice and chip it in. Shortledge, first one to it. Skated past that, but he's there with McGinnis. Up along the boards, gets some help from DeWitt. He'll try the other direction. Valley's able to move it out to the neutral zone. Shortledge gets in on sides. DeWitt has it. Backhands to the middle. Opportunity there. Newnham's up for that. He'll gather it in the midsection and hang on.
Well, that's probably the second or third prime scoring chance Shortledge has had tonight. He's gotten open and they've gotten the puck to him, but he's, I guess if you ask the goalie, they're going to say they made a great save. If you're the player's dad, you're going to say he shot in his chest, but.
Spoken like a true father. Face-off win there. They tried to go back to the fence, but it splits them. Eddie Henry's got to race back to get to it. He's got Bruder right there up behind him. Has it in the corner against the Fisher. He's got Evans. Puck up in the air. Knocked down by Cucinotta. He's got it at the blue line with Polsky, and Fisher's there now with it. Whacked all the way up. Cucinotta in across the blue line. Tries to make the move. Lost control momentarily. I'm not sure if that puck hit something up on the Kennett bench, but they whistle it down and they'll bring it to the neutral zone.
This table that we're standing behind, Ed, from last night and tonight, leaning over to try to watch the game, my hamstrings are killing me.
Opportunity here for McGinnis. He goes in. Great back check there. Puck up, gets through the defenseman. Polsky's racing to it, but he's got Kuchnata right with him. Puck kept in there by Fisher. He'll cut to the middle. Gets the shot. That goes wide. Kuchnata with it behind. He'll flip it up in the air. Tries to go up. Gets batted up to the blue line, but Schillinger keeps it in. Gets it over to Eddie Henry. He takes the shot. Diving Bourne makes a stop there. Puck sent the other direction. Schillinger will come back to get it. It won't have enough for icing. Gets it up to Fisher. He'll head back as he's got Hahn right there behind him. Knocked away from McGinnis. Kuchnata at center ice. He'll send it back to Henry. He'll go rink wide, gets it all the way across to Ganley. Nice. Ganley steps to the middle. He gets checked and taken off that play, but stays with it. He goes down. No call there. Puck goes up and out of play. We get another whistle. Still no score here in this one, with just over 14 minutes remaining in the second period. Face off one to the near side. It gets rolled all the way behind. Sun Valley will try and reverse it. DeWitt's there. Pulled off and all the way down. Great play there by the Kennett defense as Deal was looking to cut to the middle. All the way along the line. Sent back over. McGinnis, he'll step in. He's checked, stays with it, takes the shot, but it goes wide. Rolls out to the middle. Shortledge is there. He's got DeWitt there in the zone. Shortledge looks to go up to the point. Kelly stays there and rolls it back for DeWitt. He goes all the way through, was looking to get it crossed. He had Colin wide open on the back door, but Noonan read that. Cuts it off and covers up.
Yeah, I think I've noticed of the Sun Valley 3 here, it seems like Deal's go-to move is a toe drag. Try to between your legs, either a shot or to get around you, where Benson McGinnis seem to beat you with their speed wide. So I don't think, well, I'm sure the coaches recognize that. They're tough to play against when they have that much speed.
Face off set there, but Sun Valley's able to move it out to center ice. Hayes is checked there. He'll direct it back the other direction. Fed back up and through. Bouncing puck in. Vitale. Lost the puck at center ice, but Kuchnata, he comes in. McGinnis tries to go high on him there. Bank down into the Kennett end. Kelly puts it back out to the neutral zone. Deal spins around. He's got to wait. Had a player in the zone. So they'll send it back to McGinnis in his own end. Puck cut off there. McGinnis will pick it up at the center and he'll skate in. Goes all the way across. Tried to read it back, but that pass was behind his player, so out to the neutral zone it comes. McGinnis again. Forced down low behind, off the play there. Gets right back up to it. Takes the shot, big save there. Not sure what that whistle was for. I think maybe the referee thought that Mott grabbed it, but. So the Sun Valley faithful serenades the referee on that one.
With a different obscenity.
Yes.
Yeah, they look tired there, Kenneth. They just kind of let McGinnis do laps around the perimeter of the zone. Like I said, he likes to take it wide and go with his speed, protect the middle, but you got to slow him down somehow.
Good face-off win there by Colin Kelly. Goes all the way across to Ganley, rolls in on Newnham, and he's able to cover that up.
I think some of these hits that Sun Valley's doing are about 1 second or half a second or a second late, meaning the rule is if you don't have possession of the puck, you're not eligible to be checked. And Kennett is moving the puck, and then Sun Valley's continuing to put them into the boards, and refs are letting that go. So
puck finally rolls up to the line, but Schillinger's able to go over to keep it in. Chopped up in the air along the blue line. Fisher gets a stick on it, but Bourne gathers up and he heads through the middle. Active stick there from Heinzelman, knocks it away from him. Leaned on there by Fisher.
good escape by Heinzelman there.
Heinzelman cuts in the zone, goes to the middle, gets the shot towards the net. He gets hit across the blue line. Not sure if he got speared or what happened to him. He's kind of clutching, looks like his midsection.
I think he got the wind knocked out of him. Bourne's a big boy. And cut to the middle. He just stepped up to make the hit, and solid collision between both of them. They both went down, but
so Coach Eric and the trainer will go out and check on Heinzelman.
Hope he just got the wind knocked out of him. Sometimes when you're not expecting it and do a huge exhale and you have trouble catching your breath again, I hope it's not a arm or shoulder injury. Heinzelman made a good move around behind the net there and to take the rush. Got to be careful when you hit the blue line and then cut to the middle. That's the danger of that. Maybe opens up some space, but that's the danger of doing it. The referees are huddling here. I don't know if they're. I don't think they're considering a penalty because.
Yeah, nothing was called at the time.
I think they're just exchanging pleasantries.
Heinzelman gets up and he skates off on his own, which is always a good thing.
Kennett really doesn't have a lot of large players who like to hit. I think that the player that likes to hit the most on our team is Matthew Hayes.
Yes.
And what he doesn't have in weight, he makes up with heart for sure. But Bourne's a big boy that's been throwing hits all game.
Off the face-off, it's directed into the Sun Valley end. They'll go all the way over for Benz. Couldn't reach that. Up to the line. Eddie Henry puts one towards the net. Good deflection there. But Newnham's able to make the save.
It's like Heinzelman's back on the bench. The trainer pulled him behind the bench to talk to him or look at him some more, but he's back in his spot in line on the bench, so good news there.
Kuchinada tried to backhand that towards the net. Comes off right to the shot. Shortledge gets the shot, and Newnham makes a big save. Battle in the corner. Chopped around far side. Kuchinada's first one there. Shovel it back down for Shortledge. He's taken off that, but comes right back to it. Rolls to the slot. Puck rolls there. Newnham dives out to cover up. Kennett getting some good opportunities here as we approach the midway point of this game.
That was probably Shortledge's best opportunity there, and he had a corner targeted there, and Newnham made a nice glove save, blocker save, I think.
Eddie Henry steps up, puts one towards the net, and goes just wide. Back out in the middle. Hayes was there. He'll chop at it and get it past everyone back deep into the end. Bourne. He'll reverse the other direction. Try and dig it off the boards there. Comes to the middle, Cucinotta with it. He'll skate around a few, stays at the line and able to keep it in. Cut off and they head the other direction. Deal cuts through the middle. Tries to get the shot off, but that goes off a stick and wide. Back out through. Puck rolls up to the line and kind of died there, so Sun Valley's able to keep it in. Battle for the puck comes out. Force back out to the middle. Polsky will send it back deep into his end. Borden couldn't gather that up, so he's to retreat for it. Skate up along the line and chip it in, chase it down himself. To it from behind. Rolls it right through the slot. Stepping in was Deal, but he didn't get much on that shot. Bodies on the corner. Henry gets leaned on there. Puck still tied up underneath. Referee telling them to move it. They try and dig it out. It's Colin Kelly who has it. He's wedged off of that. Up along the boards. Deal still there, but good forcible play there by Shortledge to move him out to the middle. Sends it over for McGinnis. That one's cut off, but Schaefer almost got to it. Schillinger will wrap it all the way around. Neiman can't get to that. McGinnis down low. Tries to cut to the middle. Vitale checks him. Comes right back to McGinnis. He floats one towards there. Gets tied up with Schillinger. Good play to keep it in front of him. Up to the line, but still not out. Schillinger behind. He'll reverse it. Henry gets to the corner. He takes a big shoulder there. McGinnis pulls it off the wall. Tries to step to the middle. Nothing happening. Up to the point. Benz will just roll it back down. Schillinger's able to read that and get to it. He'll direct it the length of the cross ice, but out of the reach. They come in offsides.
It's having trouble getting out of their zone this last two shifts.
Cucinotta, Fisher, and Ganley come out to take this neutral zone draw. Puck in skates. Puck goes in. Kelly blows a tire, but gets it up to the line. Puck in towards the net. Mott will just glove that as it was heading wide. And he'll hang on to it. Puck in the corner. Kelly goes all the way up. Gets past Fisher. Hayes picks it up in the far corner. Outlets off of Fisher's skate. Sun Valley picks up the loose puck and goes the other way. Evans chops one behind the net.
Oh my gosh.
Diving bodies there all come together. Goes across. Bentz steps in. Tries to roll it to the middle. Big kick there by Mott. And Ganley heads the other direction.
Wow.
Back check by Bentz. Caught up to everybody.
Bentz can really fly.
Puck moved into the zone. Hooking is going to be the call, and Kennett will go back to the power play. Fisher was trying to get in on the play, and he got tied up and spun around. And
yeah, I didn't see the play. It looks like that's on Han. She's not happy.
Not at all.
I think the Kennett crowd was happy because I think they feel like there's been a number of penalties that haven't been called so far this game against Sun Valley. So they're trying to give referees positive reinforcement by cheering.
The blue line, Kelly. Colin Kelly with it. Surveys, rolls it back to Fisher. He goes back down low, goes off a skate. Sun Valley's able to move it out to the middle. Bump into.
So's what Sun Valley's doing when they're checking after the puck's been moved.
Fisher, he moves it in. Big go up high on him.
Like that. That's interference. He doesn't have the puck. You can't do that.
Back in, Mott will set it up. Kuchinada comes to get it. Skates around a few, all the way in. Drops it there. Ganley takes the shot. Noonan goes out to kick that.
Good pad save. He did the splits there.
Deal with speed, heads the other direction. He's got a step, comes in, gets the shot. Mott makes the save. DeWitt tries to go up, goes off a skate. McGinnis is in it. He gets tied up with his own player, and he's got to retreat back. He'll head back out to the neutral zone as he looks to kill time off of this power play for Kennett as we tick down to about 47 seconds remaining. Banks it up the center ice. Kelly moves it in, but McGinnis strips him of that. Ganley poke checks that, sat in the slot. They'll send it the length of the ice. Mott will come out to set it up. He'll roll it behind for Kuchinada. He'll throw on the brakes. Try it again. Rolls it up. DeWitt wasn't quite ready for that. Deals there, and he gives up to the point to McGinnis. McGinnis tries to go all the way across the bench, takes the shot, hits the pipe, stays out. They battle for it, and it stays out of the net.
Kennett has to be careful when they're, this happened down in the first period, when there's a loose puck in the crease. Kennett sometimes is diving in there to help Mott, but if you cover the puck as a player in the blue paint, if you cover it with your hand or your body, that's a penalty shot. So Kennett just being careful.
So 11 seconds remain on the Kennett power play. They looked like they were trying to send out a player, but the referee said it was a late change, so nothing there. Talley picks it up, and he gets it up and out the center ice. McGinnis, he'll try and skate in. He gets pushed off of that one. Puck still sits there. They're trying to dig it out. Showers has got it. He moves it up along the boards, but still in. Penalties expired. Back to five-a-side hockey. Heinzelman up to Vitale. Need to step around because he had McGinnis right there. Gets taught up on the linesman. This time Hahn has it, and she steps in. Puts on the brakes, goes all the way across to McGinnis. McGinnis, angle shot. Mott's able to get that, and it goes up and out of play.
Puck seems to find good players, and it's found Benson McGinnis a lot tonight. Seems to always be on their stick. I think Kennett needs to take these opportunities when those two aren't on the ice and really make an offensive push with this other set of D for Sun Valley. They have to be careful with Bourne, though. He throws the body.
Tried to get that over to Fisher, but it was deflected in. Bourne goes back and picks it up behind his net. Has to go back the other direction, goes hard off the glass, out the center. Hayes can't keep that. He'll turn around and tries to go in, but goes off the linesman. Up to the line, Ganley steps around a few, but active sticks of Sun Valley moves it back out the center ice. Hayes lifts one all the way down. Tried to get it to Kelly. He got tied up with Polsky. Fisher's there to help out. Battled along the boards. Puck put towards the net by Nate Kelly, but headed wide. Hayes keeps it at the blue line, at least momentarily. Comes back out. They roll it back in.
Hayes and Bourne are on the same club team. They're on the Quakers 16 AA, so they were giving each other the business there, but
kept in at the line.
I don't know how much of that was good-natured, like, hey, buddy, I know you're on my team, or, hey, you're not on my team tonight, so I'm going to give you the business.
Worked on there. Rolled down low. Colin Kelly's wedged off of that play. Bourne will skate up through center ice. Gets by Hayes. He's had Broder on the other side. Catches Nate Kelly, and he's down on the ice.
You're going to send somebody out to attend to him, or I don't know what's going on here.
I think Nate
Where's
was
the trainer? Do you have a replay by any chance? I didn't.
No, Nate was headed down low, and as he went down, they came across. Then I think he caught an elbow or shoulder to the head. A lot of chirping going on from the Sun Valley faithful and their bench. Not sure what that's about.
Almost born again. Well, not born again. Born.
Again.
Oh, yeah. He seems to be involved in these big hits here and potential injuries.
It's a fine line, which is tough, I know, for any of the officials. You want them to keep the players safe. I mean, it is a physical sport, but he's clutching his head. Nate definitely got his bell rung on that one.
Wish I could see, wish I was able to see what happened. I can't comment because I was watching the puck and I think the puck had already moved from the. Is the trainer here? Where's the trainer?
She's walking over to attend to him right now. McGinnis chops one towards the net. It's deflected, but goes the other side. Shortledge tried to go across. Didn't get much on that. Got some help from Heinzelman to move it all the way down. McGinnis steers that away from Kuchinada, and it goes back down behind to McGinnis. Cut off there by DeWitt. He tried to look for Kuchinada once again, but active sticks of Sun Valley prevented that pass. Puck sack there, and Sun Valley is going to go to the box once again.
They're going to call that a hit to the head, or see what they call.
We'll wait and see what the penalty is. So roughing is the call. I think that's, trying to read the number on him.
12.
Is that 12?
Yeah.
So Kennett goes to the man advantage here in the final minutes of this second period.
One thing Kennett needs to be aware of here is with Bentz and McGinnis killing this penalty, and usually they run the umbrella power play, which means there's one guy in the blue line, 3 in the middle, and 1 down low. Any turnover, it's going to be a quick rush for Sun Valley, and
all the way, hip hits Kelly at the blue line. He puts on the brakes and waits for reinforcements. Up to Kuchinada at the blue line, right back to Colin. Had it checked off his stick, ends up with Kuchinada. He'll put one on net. Needham's able to glove that and hang on.
Got a goalie battle here tonight, Ed.
Minute 17 remaining on the clock in the second period. Minute 20 on the penalty to Sun Valley. Fisher tied up. Sun Valley's able to send it the length of the ice. Mott will come out to play that. He'll just set it at the corner. Kuchinada and McGinnis there. Kuchinada comes away with it, but McGinnis all over him. Deal's right there with him. Deal skates away, tried to center it. Ganley read that, knocked it down and skates out with it. Deflects it up for Fisher. Fisher at the red line. He'll step in, try to get past Deal with active stick, but Kelly was there to help. Gets it to Fisher, gets the shot. Newnham makes the save. Schillinger sent it back down low, looking for Shortledge, got by him. Bensel just lifted high all the way down. Schillinger has to retreat to his end. Final 30 seconds here of this second period. Shortledge from center ice. Steps in the zone, leaves it for Ganley. Hanley will skate down with it, stays with the puck all the way across to Fisher. Fisher takes the shot, tried to get the deflection on Noonan.
I think Shortledge got the deflection there, but Noonan made a nice save.
All the way down, last few seconds here. Back to the middle. Shortledge tries to go all the way up.
They just need to eat that.
Cut off by McGinnis, gets the shot, but that goes wide as the buzzer sounds, ending the second period. So 2 periods now complete, still no score. Kennett will start with 3 seconds of power play time. Actually, looks like we'll get your ice cut that you talked about before. As at least Sun Valley's heading to their
Yeah, I think so. The
locker
Zamboni
room.
driver's watching. I guess
Yep.
no, he's going to do it. Yeah, we're going
So-
to get an ice cut here for the last period. Should have happened last night, but I think they forgot.
So both teams will head to their locker rooms. We've got a 15-minute break while they do the ice. We'll use this opportunity and talk about High Impact Fitness. Located in the shops of Longwood, directly across from Go Green and Clean Car Wash. High Impact Fitness is a 24/7 fitness facility. Use the QR code on your screen for a special discount for all Kennett students and their families. High Impact Fitness, come join us today.
Have you ever thought of branching out and having a separate room for low impact
Oh,
workouts?
that's not working out.
Well, sure it is. You don't want to injure your joints, or maybe you're getting back into it. High impact is a very strong phrase, Ed. See what I did there? Strong phase.
Yeah.
Phrase. Strong.
Play on words.
Well, I think we could. I don't know what your plans are here for this
Intermission.
intermission, but I think if this game stays close, it's gonna end quickly, and I don't know if we're gonna have a chance to talk about different folks. But I mean, I'd like to recognize Nate Cuccinata. Sorry, what's happening? Are we on pause?
No, I'm not sure.
Lost our video.
Well, usually I was going to say I'd throw us on the camera, but
I see. I shaved today and I combed my hair, so I'm ready in case that happened.
usually every time you want the actual camera on the ice, it comes right to the webcam here on the laptop, but there we go.
So we've got a lot of guests coming up into our broadcast booth. I don't know if it's like the Phillies game when they I don't know if you watch Tom McCarthy and various guys and they ring the doorbell, and sometimes they bring them in cheesesteaks or Chickies and Pete's or some kind of mystery guest that you never thought you would see. And
we need guests like that.
we do.
I mean, we've been saying that all season. We're still looking for craft services.
Yeah, in the last game of the year, we still don't have anybody really, just random people walking up here. But no, for the seniors, I mean, we'll just go down real quick. The four, Nate Cuccinata, will start with him alphabetically. He's been a solid player for the last 2 years. He controls the puck. He plays defense. He can play center. He can play wing. He's been a big scorer for Kennett this year, so he'll definitely be missed next year, his
Absolutely.
skill and puck ability. Nate DeWitt, solid forward for us. Played usually wing, but he can also fill in center. I think, let's see, what does he have? 4 goals this year and 4 assists. I'm trying to look at the sheet real quick. But he plays hard every time out there, and he generates scoring chances for his line mates and always gives full effort. And then Nate Kelly, he's not going to show up on the score sheet a lot, but he's a defenseman that you need that stays home. He's strong. He's fast.
Yep.
And he rarely gets beaten. So that's a big hole next year to fill. And in the same vein, I think Eddie Henry's similar defensemen. They're both stay at home, but you need those kinds of defensemen. You can't have everybody rushing up the ice all the time trying to get goals. You need some guys that can hang back and let the forwards do what they need to do. So Eddie's been solid. He's been playing in all situations. I think he's had a couple goals this year. Maybe I'm thinking of last year from the point. I think last year he had a couple from the point. But he gets some good shots in for deflections. And
Yeah, no,
and again, just solid. So
I think he's 1 goal, 2 assists. And Nate Kelly has 4 assists on the season.
So, yeah, that'll be. Hopefully, they end their high school hockey career with a smile on their face, meaning we win. But
17 minutes to see if we can complete this in regulation. And if not, then we'll go put another 20 minutes on there. And in playoff hockey, they just keep going until somebody scores that final goal.
I wonder what the record is for longest
High school
number
game?
amount of overtime games before somebody.
I'm hoping we do not set that record tonight.
I agree, but secretly, I think it would be somewhat fun on our last
Fun to be
game.
a part of that?
Yeah, I guess our last game, right? I have to empty everything out of my head that I've been thinking about that I try to share in between periods. Thanks for putting up with some of my oddities, I guess.
Makes for great conversation.
Random things I think about. My wife, she hears them all day long, so I think she's happy that I'm telling them to you, but on the other hand, she's watching the show, so then she hears them again. So,
Well, they're about halfway finished doing the ice. We'll give you all a break from staring at our mugs. We'll step aside for a minute and be back with third period action in just a moment. As you can see, the teams are making their way back towards the bench, getting serenaded with some boos from the Sun Valley faithful.
Yeah, I think Sun Valley, I don't think they're booing Kennett. I think they're booing the officials. That's kind of a tradition in NHL rinks when the referees usually come out first and skate a few laps, and nobody likes the
Nobody likes the stripes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything against them, but when you just say in general, most fans, they think they're bums and always make the wrong calls, even though they probably make the right call 99% of the time. It's tough life. I think I'm gonna, did I tell you this? I think I'm gonna be an official here, maybe next year or the following, once Tate's finished and I have some more free time.
All right.
I want to get on that side of it and
don the stripes.
Yeah. Put up with mouthy 17-year-olds and crazy parents screaming at me from up above and coaches yelling at me. I think that'd be a good time.
I definitely do not have the skill set to be a referee, but I would enjoy throwing parents out of the ring. That would be my thing is, you start yapping at me, you're gone.
They're instructed. They're supposed to be a zero tolerance policy with USA Hockey this year that with players and fans, but I haven't seen that being enforced as zero tolerance, but looks like Nate Kelly is in street clothes.
Yep.
And a helmet on the bench, so not sure if that's precautionary or they saw something they didn't like when they were doing the check. I'm assuming it was a concussion test, maybe.
That would
Since
be my
he was
guess.
Holding his head, but
yeah. So they'll come out to center ice. 17 minutes on the clock in regulation. And this third period is underway. Back towards Sun Valley. They move it up to Polsky here. He'll go across. It hits a skate, and Kuchinada jumps on it. Takes the shot, hits Ben's second opportunity, goes up and out of play.
I don't know who the ice cut benefits here. Generally, a smooth sheet of ice benefits skill players. So the ice is slicker. You can do a lot more moves. You can move a little faster. So you got to watch out for Sun Valley's high-end players here. I think Benson's going to be jumping up here off the draw. Look for the breakaway.
Kennett wins that draw, goes down to Fisher. He feeds it to Kuchinada, goes right out in front to Ganley. Turnaround opportunity there, but Fisher couldn't get a good stick on it. Up to the point, Schillinger with it. Shot on net. Noonan's able to get the pads on that and hang on. Opportunity for Kennett here early. Of course, that 3 seconds of power play time didn't last long. Really not a whole lot you can do with 3 seconds of power play. Up along the boards there, cut off by Schillinger and sent right back in. McGinnis has it. Goes across to Bentz. Tries to outlet to the middle off a skate. Schillinger will redirect the other direction. Bentz will retreat behind. Colin Kelly in pursuit. Bentz turns on the Jets and heads right all the way up. Tries to get past, backhands through, goes off the outside of the net. Sits there. Fisher with it behind. Tries to cut to the middle. Tried to go all the way across to Ganley, but that was read by Deal. Fisher checked behind. Deal backhands up looking for McGinnis. He couldn't settle that puck. In the corner. Tries to cut to the middle. Active sticks there. Turnaround shot, and it finds the back of the net. So Sun Valley's the first team to score in this game. It took 2 full periods to do it. And that is not this game. That is the empty net goal from last night. So
You just put that in there because it was my kid that scored it?
no, I was actually looking to make the replay on this one. But not sure how that didn't work, but puck directed back in. Wind-up shot there. Forced all the way up and out to the middle. Bentz with it. Bentz directs across. DeWitt couldn't hang on to that. He had to wait because he still had a player in the zone. McGinnis all the way down, tries to cut in front, gets through, puck forced behind. Kennett looks a little discombobulated after that goal. Turnaround opportunity, Mott rides across and makes that save. Kuchnot in the corner, he'll send it the other direction. Schillinger to it, he'll bank it up and ahead. Shortledge tries to center it, but McGinnis takes that from him. McGinnis steps around one, checked at the blue line.
I think
floated in the far corner.
Sorry, I think what I was talking about at the beginning, this fresh sheet of ice is Sun Valley's flying. They're Vance, McInnes, and Deal.
Janata floated it across. He was waiting for some player changes. They try to step in, lose control. Hahn will bank it in. Schillinger tries to go out, but that was red there. Kept in. Rolls right in front. They battle for it. Puck is still loose. Kuchnot has to go to the corner to pick it up. Finally forced near side. Neiman's there with it. Neiman tries to center it out. No one's able to get a stick on that, and that'll be icing. It was one of the downsides of being caught up with the previous game, kind of all in that excitement, and get the opportunity to test the instant replay. Hayes in the corner. He's back and forth, up along the glass.
Like Hahn was going after Matthew Hayes there.
Good check there, poked away for Mott. Puck rolls behind. Heinzelman tried to go up to Fisher, but end up getting to it himself, and he'll skate out. Across center ice, into the middle. Went over to Ganley. He had to get it out of his skates. Ganley's checked off of that, played by Bourne. Bourne will skate up. Through center ice, Bourne all alone. He goes wide on Heinzelman, tries to cut to the middle, and finds the back of the net himself. So just like that, we went from a scoreless game. Now Sun Valley leads Kennett by a score of 2-0.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but you can't let somebody skate 200 feet, go around all 5 of your players. He's not even one of their better players. He was getting sick in the trash can before that shifty. Right over here, I could see. I don't know what happened, but came out on fire for that shift.
Lighten the load. They'll bring it back out to center ice. Kennett wins that back. Henry goes back to pick that up. Send it all the way across to DeWitt. DeWitt steps in. Overskated it, but Kuchnato's right behind him. Kuchinato tries to make the move. He's got McGinnis with him, and McGinnis comes away with the puck. McGinnis comes near side. Shortledge stays with him, and Eddie Henry picks up the loose one, tries to go over, but that's cut off by Hahn. Puck finally put back towards Sun Valley. Puck in the zone. McGinnis tries to go wide, gets the shot. Mott makes the save. Roll it back down low, and we get a whistle.
Aiden's helmet strap popped there with that shot. I don't know if the puck hit it or his glove, but when your strap's loose and the mask is danger of falling off, it's automatic. Blow that whistle. For safety reasons, obviously. You don't want somebody standing there without a face mask facing a shot.
So let my clock catch up because there's actually 12:10 remaining here in this second period. Kennett trails by a score of 2-0. He tries to wrap it up, but that's cut off there by Deal. All the way around to Vitale on the far side. He'll chip it up. McGinnis gets a stick on it. All the way across to Bentz. So go behind. He'll hang on to it there. And goes up far side. McGinnis across center ice. Tries to center it. That was read by Heinzelman. He's able to move it up, and Colin Kelly all the way across to Cameron Brown. Benz banks into the neutral zone. Heinzelman's ridden off of that play. Bodies go into the board. Referee's got his arm up. Delayed penalty there. So Kennett looks like they're going to go to the man advantage. As wait to see. Did you see what the call was?
It was roughing. Yeah, he dropped his stick and he lost one of his gloves, and he was skating around and just running into people. He wasn't trying to get the puck, so he came up high on the second hit.
So opportunity for Kennett to try and get back into this game. Tripped up there, no call, all the way across. Colin Kelly puts on the brakes. He's got a player right there on his backside. Sun Valley's able to clear it all the way down.
I think Kennett, for these power plays, they're getting set up a little bit, but they need to just get pucks back to the point, get a shot, and start going from there. They're wasting a lot of time passing it around and not really getting any opportunities.
Kelly from the corner, he goes up the boards, got past Cuccinata, but Shortledge directs over to Ganley. Feeds to Fisher. Fisher in wide, heads behind the net. Check there, board puck goes up. All the way the other direction. Bourne steps in. Bourne goes in and gets the backhand shot it in. Short-handed goal for Sun Valley to take the 3-0 lead. Not what Kennett was really looking for on this power play.
Well, I think I talked about it earlier with what you're doing when you're on the power play, and Kennett, we give up way too much on the point, and we're susceptible to these breakaways.
So minute left on the man advantage. Kennett now trails by 3. Deal takes that off the boards, and he gets it all the way over to the far side to Bentz. Back to Deal, got by him and goes out to the middle where McGinnis will skate backwards and probably try and eat up as much time as possible. Banks it ahead for Bentz. Bentz will skate up, get it to McGinnis. McGinnis is in the zone. Tries to take a fancy shot there, but not much to it.
Between the legs there, I think, wasn't it?
He'll skates along the blue line, and he's forced back out. He'll send it all the way down to McGinnis at his end. He'll go behind the net and send it the length of the ice. Bentz with speed is going to be the first one to it. It's checked there by Hayes. Schillinger comes in to help out. Final seconds are going to tick away from this power play. Pulled off the boards by Sun Valley up to the point. Shot gets blocked. Kennett's able to clear it out to the middle. Power play is over. Back to even strength hockey. All the way across looking for McGinnis. He couldn't get to that. He'll skate back out. Tries to go in. Vitale gets a stick and moves it back out to the neutral zone.
So I think Sun Valley here is just going to try to possess the puck and kill time. If Kennett doesn't forecheck hard, we're going to lose valuable seconds.
Turnover there. Vitale lost an edge and couldn't get back to it. McGinnis' first one to it. McGinnis behind. He'll bank it hard off the glass all the way down. Henry's got Bourne. Bourne steps away and takes the shot. Mott makes the save. Heinzelman. Another shot in on Mott. He saves that one as well. Shortledge checked at the line, but forced him in offsides. .804 to go in this game right now. Regulation. Kennett finds himself in a hole 3-0.
That's a big hole, the way Newnham's playing tonight. Kennett's had chances here. Again, both goalies have played really well, and the goals that Mott's given up here, 2 of them were breakaways to the same guy. You can't expect goalies to stop breakaways.
Guinness and Bentz play catch for a minute.
They're just gonna do this here. Kennett needs to go hard on the puck and cover a guy. Give and go with Bentz and Willoughby has been happening or McGinnis all night long.
Bentz gets a shot in. Mott's able to hold on to that one.
Just got to see who on Kennett can make something happen here to pick up the bench and get them excited again.
So Nick Kujanata gets tossed from the face-off.
Kennett was short a player too. I don't know why. Maybe he wasn't ready.
Puck goes all the way towards the net. Mott's able to hold on to that.
It's like timeout Kennett here. I think Coach Kuchinata didn't really like what was happening in the last 2 minutes. I think it's a good use of a timeout here to reset, get everybody on the same page about what we need to do in the next 7 minutes.
So just about 7.5 minutes to go. Kennett looks to try and climb back into this one. One shift, one goal. Take it from there.
I can overhear the Sun Valley coach. Their forecheck they're going to do is a 1-2-2. We talked a little bit about last night. One guy hard on the puck, the other 2 forwards high in the zone, and then the 2 defensemen behind them. So basically they're going to clog up the middle, make Kennett skate through 4 of their guys if the forechecker can't turn the puck over. So it's going to be a lot for Kennett to come back here.
So there's the whistle from the officials. Looking to get this game going once again. So both teams will send their players out. Himself down in the corner. Hayes has got his guy tied up. He's got to be careful. He had his arms around him.
Yeah, Kennett's done a good job today of staying out of the penalty box, but as this game goes on, I think there's going to be more frustration that's going to potentially lead to penalties.
Flipped all the way up and down. Deal's going to race to get to it, but Mott will come out and cover it up.
Hayes is always right on that edge there. That's not a bad play though. I mean, you don't want the other team. You know, Mott came out of the net and covered the puck, and the other Sun Valley came and stopped right at him and standing over top of him. You don't want that to happen. So you give him a nudge. You can't blow him up, but you give him a nudge and say, get out of here. And that's exactly what Hayes did. That's got to be a penalty. Right?
Nope. Fisher.
Put your stick under the guy's arm and he falls down and there's no penalty. I don't understand that.
They work for it in the corner. And in case anybody noticed that the clock has not moved, we're having some technical difficulties here. Schillinger to Fisher. Fisher goes all the way across. Ganley tried to get to it, but that evaded him. Sun Valley will just send it all the way back down. Heinzelman tries to go through the middle. That missed everybody. Bentz will go up to McGinnis at center ice. Under 6 minutes to play here in this third period. McGinnis puts the brakes on, tried to go back up, hit a weird spot on the boards, but Bentz is still there with it.
Kennett needs to two men on the puck here. Bentz and McGinnis are just going to play catch all night here, kill this clock.
DeWitt gets a shot in on net, but Newnham covers that up and hangs on.
I think as this game goes on, especially if the score stays 3-0, I think you're going to see, I would guess, Sun Valley and maybe Kennett make sure the seniors get a lot of ice time here in the last 5 minutes.
Cucinotta got a good shot off there, came up high on Newnham. And Henry puts it out of play, makes everybody on the bench duck.
According to the stats here, let's see, for Sun Valley, Hahn, Mayorine, if I'm saying that right, McGinnis, Schaefer, Benz, Evans, and Deal are all seniors for them. They have a heavy senior lineup. And then Kennett has 4.
Heinzelman sends it all the way across to Shortledge. Shortledge in the zone, that's knocked off of his stick. Cucinotta tries to center it, but up to the line. Heinzelman got it caught up in his equipment and has to chase it out to his own blue line. And it goes over Shortledge's stick, and Bourne has it.
I think it went under his stick. He needs to have his stick on the ice. Got to catch those passes. I mean, that's...
Goes in towards the net. Mott makes that save, rolls right back in front. Eddie Henry puts it up as he blows a tire into the Sun Valley end, but Polsky has it behind. Under 4.5 minutes now in this one. Players go down in the corner. Hayes getting a little physical with that. Fisher puts on the brakes at center ice. Gets it across to Ganley. Loses that to McGinnis, and McGinnis will go right up and put it right back to the neutral zone. Under 4 minutes now to go in this final third period. Time ticking away for Kennett's opportunity to get back into this. Corner pushed away from Ganley. Hayes over to it. We'll put it back down for Ganley. Ganley tried to center it, but didn't get much there. Deal, Ganley come together. Bentz goes off the outside of the net. McGinnis will wrap it up the boards and all the way down. And that should have enough for an icing. So icing is whistled with 3:18 to go in regulation. Kennett trails Sun Valley 3-0. And my equipment is still not working. It's very frustrating.
Got timeout Sun Valley now. They're just trying to totally destroy my bedtime here. Well, at 3 minutes down by 3 goals, that's a lot. I will say, though, this year, has been a fun year to watch. I think the team has come together very well. We had a good mix of upperclassmen, freshmen, and everything in between. Everybody pulled their part. Started off slow, but I don't know. I've had fun watching them, and I think the kids have had fun playing. So 2 positives there. If the season ends the way it is here, nothing to be ashamed of.
Not at all. Team played very well. I think they beat every team in the division at least once.
I think they probably beat every team twice, maybe. I don't have the standings in front of me, but
down all the way up the boards. Kuchinat is able to kick that down there. Stays with it. I'll try to get it out to the middle. Everybody was down low. Offside, so Kennett needs to touch up. Puck rolls in, and Sun Valley finds the back of the net once again.
Not sure what Kennett was doing there.
So 2:46 remaining in this one. Kennett goes down 4-0.
Maybe Coach Joe, maybe Coach Joe is setting up here to have maybe the 4 seniors at least be out for the last shift. Be a nice send-off. He's got DeWitt out there now, but
puck knocked down with a stick there.
Although I guess Kelly's off, so it's just 3 DeWitt. 2 Nates and an
Eddie.
And an Eddie.
As opposed to Eddie and the 3 Nates. Sounds like an 80s sitcom. Turnaround shot from there by Bourne. Mott was able to get a paddle on that.
I think Sun Valley's trying to get Bourne a hat trick now. He's a defenseman, but he's standing in front of Mott, playing forward.
Back all the way up to Deal. Gets past Hayes. Hayes gets him hooked. So Hayes was definitely getting the call for a hooking. I'm not sure if Deal will get a penalty because of how he rode him into the boards after. We'll wait to see.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of comes back to what last night here. It's less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes in the game. Sun Valley's playing, Deal's going really hard to the net and don't really need any more goals. It's the time just to run the clock down here.
So penalties will offset. They'll still skate 5 aside. This remaining 40 minute and 40 some change. McGinnis has it at his end of the circle. He'll just loop back, and said at this point, they're just going to look to try and kill all the time they can.
Sun Valley looks like they're trying to score more goals. They're hanging somebody at our blue line, looking for breakaway passes.
Chinata stopped them there, got him up to the blue line, but still steps in. Bent's in the corner. He tried to go up. It gets past everybody, and McGinnis will go back to pick that up. And behind his net, all the way up to Bent's off of his stick.
Yep, here we go.
Schillinger there with under a minute now to play.
Getting all the seniors out here. 2 Nates and Eddie gonna finish it up. Ooh.
2 Sultan Valley players come together. Kuchinata takes the shot. Noonan Has to reach across his body to make that save. Keep his team with the shutout.
I don't know why Noonan was staring down Cucinotta there after the save.
Puck off the skate there. Eddie Henry comes in and takes the shot. Noonan will glove that one.
Yeah, I hear the Sun Valley, they're putting all the seniors out here for their last shift, just like Kennett.
So they work for it in the corner. As we tick down the final 30 seconds here of this game.
Well, I want to say a big thank you to Coach Cucinotta, Richmond, and Figueroa. They put a lot of time in, not only during practices and games, but I know off the ice they're thinking about games and practices. So thank you to the coaches. Thanks to everybody listening to our broadcast. Hope it was enjoyable. I know, Ed, you do a great job. You put a lot of time and effort in here. People don't realize how much
My wife does.
time, well, time, money, and energy you have put into this.
It is a passion. Something I definitely enjoy. So as the final few seconds will tick away to this, Kennett will fall in the championship game to Sun Valley. And I'll reiterate the same thing that Swithin just mentioned. Special thanks to all of our coaching staff and parents and players. And it's been a very fun year. Thank you to everybody who's joined us on our broadcast throughout. It's definitely been a fun and good season. Didn't finish quite the way we had hoped, but nothing to be ashamed of. To play as well as they did. They'll do the presentation here. Sad to think, but with the wrap up of this game, this kind of ends a very long road of ice hockey.
For
For
you
now.
and
Yes, for
your
now.
family.
Yes. I can still remember the very first time. We have a little video of when Eddie was, I think, like 6 years old, and we took him to the rink, and I'm pretty sure they're watching now, thanks to the Blevins crew. A friend of mine, Dan, and he was introduced me to hockey, and his older boys played.
Okay.
We introduced Eddie, and you can see him out there kind of falling all over the ice. And I know that's one of the things that, in talking to a lot of parents,
We're going to start with our runners-up, Kennett.
I think they're going to announce all the players. I don't know if they get something for second place.
Yeah,
Individual.
I saw that they did that for the earlier game. Nate Kelly, number 2, will come up. Something in him. Walk the line and shake hands with the Sun Valley team. There's Nate Cucinotta. Luke Ganley, number 5. Eddie Henry. Colin Kelly.
Number 10, Ben Fisher.
10, Ben Fisher.
Number 12, Nate DeWitt.
And there's 12, Nate DeWitt. There's Nick Vitale, number 15. And Eric Heinzelman with the new haircut.
Gonna zoom in on that, Kevin Mott.
There's 18, Braden Neiman. And Lucas Mott. We definitely missed not having him out there tonight. And his brother, Aiden Mott, played an outstanding game not only today, but all season long. And there's Rowan Hagee, number 35. And 37, Drew Showers. And John Tamman, number 67. Tate Shortledge, 73. And Matthew Hayes, 74. Tommy Schillinger, 93. And Cameron Brown at number 95.
Number 8, Avery Hung.
I kind of get it because you can shake. The other team needs to shake the other coach's hands, but they just went through and shook everybody's hands, and now the other team's going to go and shake our like
To go back the
shake
other
hands
direction.
like 3 times now.
Number 33, Nate Benz. Number 42, Michael Evans. Number 30, Will Newman.
You definitely have to recognize Newnham for as good a game as he played today.
Yeah, I think I would.
Number 1 star of the
Yeah,
game.
I think he has to be. I mean, you pitch a shutout in a championship game, and he had to make some difficult saves, and a lot of them.
Yeah.
So he was tested, and he's up to the task tonight.
Congrats, Sun Valley. You can send the captains up to receive your trophy.
They'll come over and hoist the trophy. And skate over to show it off to their faithful. And so once again, we just want to thank everybody for joining us for this fantastic season for Kennett hockey. It has truly been a pleasure, and appreciate all of those of you who've been with us all season long. I see we have quite a few watching tonight for this special occasion.
So you're coming back next year, right, to do this for?
my hope is that if Eddie plays for club at Franklin Marshall, that I'll be taking my show on the road. That's my hope.
Don't worry, Eliza's not listening. You can say that you're going to come and do Kennett as a side hustle.
So for anyone watching who is has students at Kennett, if they have any interest in playing hockey for the team next year, by all means, we'll probably have registration open sometime in the summer. We're not sure exactly when, but we'll make sure we post it on the Facebook page. And I think I'm kind of in the same spot that we were in when we finished up the Chester County game. We've reached the end, and I really don't know what to say. So, team will come off the bench, and we'll just thank everybody once again for a fantastic season. And hopefully we'll see you all at some point next year.
Thanks, Ed.